Your next performer is the founder of the Magicians Forum, which is an online forum where lots of magicians get together and communicate and help each other. He's also a student of the legendary Harry Lorraine, and he's a super fun, amazing talent. Please welcome to the stage, Rudy Tinoco.
Thank you. Hi, friends. Hi, guys. Now, they did a special setup just for me. I specialize in what is called close-up card magic. Now, I can do some stage stuff too, but it's not my preference. John did a great job, and my friend Jonathan, who's going to follow me, is going to do a fantastic job. But that card table is set up so that I can show you what I would usually do up close at your table. And so it's going to be here up on the big screen so you can kind of see what it is that I'm doing. One of the things that fascinates me about magic is how we're able to mess with people's perceptions. There's this great book called The Invisible Gorilla that talks about how people's attention, or you can have actually what's called inattentional blindness. And what that means is that you think you see something and you really don't. For example, there's an experiment that went viral on the internet. They called it the Invisible Gorilla experiment, where essentially they ask you to count how many times a basketball is passed between players. And as you're doing that, what 50% of the people who watch the video discover is that they fail to see the guy in a monkey suit walking through the basketball players. And so this book, it talks all about perception and how it is that many of us miss that gorilla, how it's invisible to us. The difficult thing with doing that experiment anymore is that so many people have seen it that it's hard to fool somebody after you already know that the gorilla is there. It's not going to fool you the next time around. And so what I'd like to do is demonstrate for you what this looks like and see if you can't spot that invisible gorilla. I got a bunch of queens here. See if you can see this. Let me move them here. So watch closely, because I'm telling you, you're going to miss something that's in plain sight. Now here we have some queens. And I'm going to go ahead and lay these here face down on the table so you can kind of keep your eye on those. Well, over here I have some more queens. Now, these are going to serve to be a distraction. We have some queens here. Now, remember, these serve as a distraction. I'm going to place a queen down here. I'm going to pick one of these up and place it face down. There's face up queen. Now, your job is to take note of how many face down queens there are. Now, you saw some face up ones, but watch this. Look, the one on the back. In fact, each and every one of these is now face down. We're going to try it again. Let's do it here with another queen. You see them face down. It's face up. Now we're going to try to count how many are face up. How many are face down and how many are face up? Well, look, the one on the face, also the one on the back. In fact, every single one of these is face up. Now, it's fantastic. I'm going to show you again. Watch. In fact, we're going to take this one and turn it face down. Keep your eye on it. How many face up, how many face down? Look, what was once face up are face down again. Now, we're going to just do this one last time. In fact, we'll do it with this queen. Look. The one on the back. And every single one of these turn face up. Now, here's what's interesting. There's no more cards left. So what happens? Well, look, one of those turns face down. Wave them here again. Another one turns face down. You start to wonder, how many of these queens are there? Really, there's not many. Now, I'm telling you, the distraction was to try to count how many cards are face up and face down. See, but that's where everybody misses the invisible gorilla, because what everybody fails to see is these cards are actually, if you can see it, these are gorillas. Now watch this. These gorillas can actually change into queens if you just rub it on there. And that gorilla turns into a queen. Now, here's what everybody misses. You saw face up cards, face down cards, red backs, missed the gorillas, but here's the thing. What you missed was that these queens are all different colored. You have a purple one, blue, navy blue, green, and yellow. Everybody misses the invisible gorilla. It does not make you an idiot, I promise. All right, thank you. fun. All right. So a trick, as Nate was introducing me, one of my friends is Harry Lorraine, and this gentleman he's written 52 books. He's been on Johnny Carson something like 22 times. He's a legend. He's a memory expert, and I've learned a lot of what I do from Harry. And there's this really fantastic, it's kind of a legend. It's a story that he once told me. Because you wonder, like, okay, well, how does that come in handy? You know, misdirection. Well, it can come in really handy when money's on the line and you're gambling. And what he showed me was he told me a story of a magician and a card sheet. And this card sheet came across this magician, and he wanted to make a wager with him. And the bet was something like, he bet this magician that, he bet him $100 that he could cut to the best hand in poker. And he laid $100 on the table, and he asked the magician, okay, if you're good, put $100 on the line. Well, the magician, he said, look, I don't know you from Adam. I don't know how good you are with the deck of cards. And so why don't you show me a little bit of your skills? Why don't you cut to a card and let's see what you got. So this guy said, all right, I'll do it in just 2 cuts. He cut once, he cut twice, and then when he turned the card over, if you can see this, it was a 4. Well, the magician liked that. He said, I think we're on. He put $100 on the table, and now the game was on. So the card sheet continues, and he cuts the deck once, and then he turns over the next card. And in this case, it's an ace of clubs. That's a lot better. And so now the magician begins to get a little bit concerned. So once again, the card sheet cuts once, he cuts twice, and this time he turns over a card, and it's the ace of diamonds. That's 2 aces. He's got a pair. That's pretty darn good. Let's see what he does the third time. He gives the deck a cut. He cuts them again. And this time he's got an ace of clubs. He's got an ace of diamonds. He turns this card over, and what is it? It's the ace of hearts. 3 of a kind. The magician wipes a little bit of sweat from his brow. And now he watches as the card sheet cuts once. Cuts at the table. He's got a clubs, diamonds, heart, and he turns this over, and what do you know? He's got an ace of spades. That is pretty impressive. And now he says, what do you got, magic boy? I got 4 of a kind aces. $200 on the table, that's a lot of money there. And so the magician says, I can do better than that. You are not a very good card sheet, because 4 of a kind isn't the best hand you can get, right? He said, so watch this. The magician, he turned those cards in his fist. Hold on. He turned those cards in his fist. Can you see that? He turned those cards in his fist, and he told the card sheet, the $200 is mine. I won. And the card sheet said, you didn't even do nothing. He said, I really did. You missed the invisible gorilla that kind of just walked in here and switched those cards, because those were the 4 aces. Do you know that a royal flush in spades beats that? And that's exactly what I've got. 10, king, jack, queen. And he took the $200 and bounced. There you go. Wow. Amazing. Thank you. That's from Harry Lorraine, my friend. He's a living legend. I love him. Now, that's stuff with cards. I recently learned something with coins. Now, sometimes some people ask me whether or not I really believe that magic exists. And my answer used to be no, until someone recently introduced me to the science of quantum mechanics. Now, I'm not going to bore you with the science lesson. I only have a GED education, and so I'm not going to be able to exactly do that. But it's profound. It's profoundly mysterious. Now, imagine, if you will, a universe where solid objects can pass through solid objects, where something can be in two places at once, where time doesn't just move forward, but it also moves backwards, and where just by observing something, it will move from where it was to some other place that you didn't think it would be. It sounds incredibly mysterious. It sounds magical, but in fact, that is the very essence of this universe. At the microscopic level, that is what is true. So magic is really the illusion of what is really true at the very fabric of this universe that we live in. And a magic buddy of mine, his name's Matt Baker. He's a professor of mathematics over at Georgia Tech College of Sciences. He came up with a little demonstration of what quantum mechanics looks like using some coins and some cards. Now, I don't always carry a purse, but when I do, I put coins in it. So this is just a nice way to keep these. All right. So we have 4 coins, and these are going to represent particles, if you will. I don't know if you can see those. Let me put this a little bit more in the light. Can you see those all right? I want to make sure you can see those. Now, with any experiment, it's very, very important that we make note of the initial condition, which is 4 coins. These represent particles. These are kings. They mean nothing. You call them kings. K for quantum, except it's spelled with a Q, but whatever. GED education. Anyway, but initial condition, and I want you to watch closely. Take note that one of these cards goes on each coin, and I want to make sure that you can see that very clearly here. One under there. Now, nothing's changed, okay? There's the initial condition. I want you to see that. Nothing's changed. And that's because this system hasn't been quantized yet, which is actually a real thing. Once this system is quantized, that's when simply observing something changes everything. The particle that you thought was there is no longer there. It's jumped to that side. Now we're going to do it here because this particle that you thought was here, it's not. That is gone and it's joined these. Now here's the amazing thing. Just watch it because it's already happened. This moved from here, look, to here. So now you have those 4 coins right there. Isn't that amazing? Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, usually a magician would not repeat this because it's a trick. You're not supposed to repeat tricks. But this is not a trick, as I said. This is a magic experiment. So watch again closely because we're going to repeat this. And I'll do it with the kings face up so you can see everything right here. Let's move this one here. All right, now I want you to see, again, the initial condition. There's a coin there, if you can see that. See it glimmering? All right, there's a coin there. You can see these, nothing's changed. System hasn't been quantized yet. But once it has, that's when strange things begin to occur. And that coin jumps from there to there. We're going to do it again. Watch this one. This coin jumps from there to there. So you have 3 coins gathered in one spot. It's fascinating. Now, there's the last coin, which is always hardest because you know what to look for. And it's gone. But this is what's really strange about things in the quantum world. All those coins should gather here. That's what you would expect. But science has proven over and over again that you can't always trust things at the quantum level. They all jumped right back where they came from in their initial condition. Isn't that fascinating? Fascinating. It almost makes you love science. All right, I'm going to show you one last thing here. Just to give my friend Jonathan some time. He has a great show for you. Not that John's wasn't and mine's not. I probably seem like I'm heavily sedated compared to John, and wait till you see Jonathan. But I'm like, this guy's really chill. I am. That's just my style. I'm very, very chill. All right. I'm going to need 3 spectators for this. And this one is incredibly, incredibly difficult because it relies on your intuition. In other words, You've seen me doing stuff with sleight of hand, but in this case, I'm going to try and depend on your intuition. So if it fails, it's your fault, not mine. So let me get a couple of folks over here in these seats. Would you be willing to help me? Are you scared? Come on up. Come on up. And would you want to join us? Yes. Come on up here. All right, great, too. Well, then, do you want to join me? Come on up here. All right. Give him a hand. It's not easy getting up here. This is all about intuition. Do any of you believe in luck, by the way? You do? Do you carry like a lucky rabbit's foot or anything like that? No. Do you have a lucky number?
7.
Well, that's a good thing. All right, well, excellent. So we'll just remember that. Do you believe in luck at all?
I'm skeptical.
Okay, a skeptic. All right. Not skeptic enough to try to, are you like a skeptic who's willing to believe if possible? All right, good, because I don't want anybody who's going to try to blow this thing up. I want you guys to be successful, okay? All right. So we're going to take 3 cards. We're going to need enough for everybody to get one. We're going to be dealing some cards. So why don't you take one from the top? Okay, and you take one from about the middle. Okay, got it. Okay, you take one. Got it? Why don't you show everybody? Now, not everybody's going to be able to memorize all these cards, but as best as possible, make sure everybody can see. Can you show them the cards? Okay, in fact, can you put yours so that the cameras can see? Can everybody see that okay? Good. Let's put your card here. Let's put your card here. Let's put that 2 of diamonds here. And let's cut the deck about here. Put that card on top. I'm going to complete the cut. Wow. Okay, so now everybody knows what the cards are. Now, I could go through this, and I can find them, guaranteed, because that's what I do. But you are going to try to find these cards, which is a lot different. So what I would like you to do here in a moment is you're going to deal cards down on the table, not in chunks like that, just like singly, just deal cards down. And at a certain point, because you sound like you kind of believe in intuition, you're going to deal down. At a certain point, I just want you to stop dealing. And take it slow, take your time, and make sure that we can see everything. Camera, let's put them right there so you can deal them. And put them on top, yeah. And at a certain point, when you feel the urge, you can stop, or you can keep going. And remember, we have to have cards left to deal for her. There? Okay. Now look, she could have, now that's interesting because your lucky number was 7, okay, but she stopped there, but that could be a coincidence, we don't know. Let's stop here. This is a 2. That could have been any card. This actually means something. If we count 2 cards from here, it'll be your card. Let's see how good she did. 1, 2. Your card was the, I forgot.
9 of hearts.
9 of hearts? Great. Now we don't remember what it was. Thank God it's the 9 of hearts and somebody wasn't drinking. So good job. Great intuition. Wow. All right. Now, you had a lucky number, which you said was 7. Why don't you take those cards, deal 7 cards onto the table?
Up or down?
You can do them face up, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait for a dramatic pause. Listen, if you would have stopped at any other number, that would be a different card because you could have won 2 cards more or 3 cards less. So that card's, I mean, it's really based on her handling of it. But 7. What was your card?
2.
2 of what?
Spades, I think.
Turn it over. Wow. 2 of spades. It's working out so far. Wow. All right. So now what that means is that your card, see, and this is the difficult thing because you might feel influenced by these. You know, that's the difficulty with the trick like this. But what I want you to do is you're going to take cards and you're going to just deal them like this and come a little closer so people can come on this side. I want people to be able to see this. You're going to deal cards. You're good, my dear. Sorry. You're going to deal cards similarly on the table, face down, not face up. So this way you know that I'm not doing anything funny. So hold those and deal them right down to the table. And whenever you want to you're going to just stop whenever you feel the urge. You can stop now, or you can keep going. It's up to you, because this is your decision, and it's based fully on whether or not you're a skeptic. So maybe I just want you to make sure that you feel confident with this decision. I don't want you to go home later. You want to, so tell me when you want to stop. You can keep going, or you can stop. You want to stop there? You want that card or that one?
This one.
You sure?
Yep.
We're going to place this one forward. I want you to see that that's not one of your cards. That's not it, hopefully. We got 5 of diamonds here. You could have stopped the 5 of hearts. You could have stopped the 3 of clubs. You didn't. You stopped here. There was a lot of cards being dealt. What was your card?
I don't remember.
I don't either. Does anybody remember his card? 2 of diamonds. Okay. 2 of diamonds. It is the 2 of diamonds. Wow. They did it. Good job. Give them a hand. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you. All right. My name is Rudy. It's been really fun. Thank you so much for letting me mess with you. Coming up next is Jonathan Moeller. You're going to love him. All right. See you guys next time.
Give it a go for Rudy Tinoco. Thank you to our volunteers. Great job, Rudy. You guys having fun? Yeah. Yeah. All right.